Well, the one investment technique that nearly every person has is a 401k. Most companies offering the benefit to their employees, often in lieu of a pension plan. Now, with that in mind, we want to make sure that we are maximizing our savings and money growth potential. And the Pension Group is ready to help with services that you may not even know existed. We have President Michael Martinez here to explain. So welcome back to the show.
Great to be back.
So most people, they sign up for their 401k, right? They make their elections, their pre-tax, their after-tax choices, and then basically let it ride. You're saying that's not really the only choices we have, though.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, most companies out there, Robin, when they look at things, they have about 6 or 8 investment options. But what a lot of people don't realize is there's other opportunities they have. They have a Brokeragelink option where most plans out there, there's hundreds of companies that allow for this, where we can actively manage the 401k while you're still working. So as an example, here at NBC4, you guys got Fidelity. That'd be a Brokeragelink, for our viewers. So we can actively manage, a portion, of the 401k while you're still working. So the money doesn't need to be moved over. It's still inside the 401k. You still get the statements, from the 401k provider. But now we can use active management instead of this buy and hold type of mentality. People say, well, I have a 401k, the cost of my funds are real cheap. Well, if you take the Vanguard S&P 500, as an example, one of the cheapest funds out there, if you look back from 2000 to 2003, the market dropped 49%. Well,
right.
It was cheap.
Yeah.
But what value did you get? And what we utilize are institutional money managers. Basically, 20 years ago, you had to be the top 1% to have access to these managers. Now today, inside of 401k plans, regardless of your age, people now have the ability to utilize institutional money managers where now the portfolios will actually shift. And what I mean by that is tactical. They'll go from equities to bonds. So when the market, takes the next downturn like we saw back in, 07 through 09, the market dropped 59%. This now gives the ability to the institutional money manager maybe to go from equities to go to the bond side so you're not losing as much. And as people get closer and closer to retirement, this is paramount that, people not be too aggressive in their portfolio or have a strategy that's going to evolve depending on the market conditions.
And I think it's important to have somebody who knows what they're doing, because just you talking about that, knowing the markets, knowing what's going to happen, I can sit back and have no idea really what's going on with my 401k. So to have somebody that's sitting there knowing what's going on in the world and able to put your money where you're going to make the most of it, that is, I think, vital.
It is, and most people, the concern is they want someone to, walk them through, hold their hand. That's really what we do. We get together, with our clients. They bring in their investment portfolio organizer, helps them kind of keep organized. And then we get into, some other issues, pre-tax versus after-tax. This is something that's happening more and more with companies out there, Robin. After-tax is something that's what we refer to as the Roth, built into the 401k. And what most people don't realize, if you're a married couple, if you're making more than $193,000 and you try to set up a Roth, IRA on your own, as a married couple, you can't do it because you make too much income. Well, the beautiful thing about the 401k, there are no income limitations. So if you have a husband and a wife, each making $100,000 a year, and you want to basically put money inside the Roth, this is the best way for you to do that. And all your money, if you're under 50, you can put $17,500 on the Roth side of things. So you let this grow and grow and grow, and as you get closer to retirement, what ends up happening is now all of a sudden that money from the Roth becomes tax-free income for you at retirement. So another unique advantage, most people when we sit down with them don't realize they have this option. Everyone typically puts everything in the pre-tax side. And really what the pre-tax side is, let's say we're making $100,000 as far as income, and let's say I'm putting 20%. Again, 12 to 15% is what we recommend, but to keep the math simple, that's $20,000 that you're putting in the 401k. So you get that deduction, so you get a little bit of a tax savings. So it's kind of a give or take, and we kind of evaluate that. Does it make sense to do the pre-tax? Does it make sense to do the Roth? Again, we'll evaluate that, for our clients.
Now, you also can give them this investment portfolio organizer. This can really help them kind of get their ideas in order, doesn't it?
Yeah, as I like to tell people, it gets their ducks in a row. I mean, it really kind of helps organize things, from that standpoint. It's not just on their pension, if they're fortunate enough to have a pension, but their 401k, other investment accounts, life insurance, Social Security. We really spend a lot of time on Social Security because as you get closer to retirement, what's that going to produce from an income standpoint, for our clients? Because it's an integral part of the income equation. Final expenses, key contacts. So, you know, a lot of my clients love this, you know, organizer, because what it does, it helps them prepare for retirement, even though they may be 5 or 10 years out, or maybe, you know, 6 months to a year. It all depends on the person's situation, but we're here to get them organized so they can plan, you know, for retirement.
All right, absolutely. Mike, thanks for being here. We have the Pension Group phone number up on screen, the website, simple way to go and get started. So thanks again.
Thank you.